We often think of leadership as this thing we do, the decisions we make, the goals we set, the results we chase. But what if we've been looking at it the wrong way around all along? What if leadership wasn't about control at all? What if it was about tending, about noticing what's already trying to grow? I know that might sound a bit poetic, but stay with me. When we talk about leading, most of us have been conditioned to believe it's about driving things forward, managing, measuring, achieving. There's a certain rhythm to that, push, pull, produce. But beneath all that effort, there is something quieter going on. Every organization, every team, even every conversation has its own kind of life moving through it. And you can feel it when people light up about an idea, when the mood of a room suddenly shifts, or when everything seems to click and to fall into place for no apparent reason. That's life doing its thing. That's the intelligence behind it all, that part that doesn't really need our interference. The question is, are we creating space for it to unfold, or are we too busy trying to manage it into existence? See, stewardship, or what I like to think of as leadership with care, isn't about owning the outcome. It's about holding space. In a way, it's the gardener's mindset. You can't force the seed to grow, but you can prepare the soil, keep the pests out, and make sure there's enough light and water. In that kind of space, something else shows up: agency. People start to act, decide, and create from their own sense of responsibility and aliveness. And as a leader, that's a pretty powerful thing to witness. And you don't have to push or pull as much. You just need to pay attention. So maybe leadership isn't about being in control. Maybe it's about learning to notice, to see what's already trying to grow in your team, your organization, even in yourself. And maybe your role is simply to tend to that. So here's something to try for you. This week, pay attention to one thing that seems to be growing on its own. It might be an idea that just keeps resurfacing, a quiet shift in someone's energy, or a moment when the room feels a little more alive. And don't manage it. Don't name it. Just notice, give it space and see what it reveals. Because often it's in those quiet, unforced moments that the real intelligence of life shows itself. And when you start to see that, everything about how you lead, begins to change. In the end, leadership might just be about learning how to see. So if something in this stirs something in you, don't rush to turn it into a plan. Let it sit, let it breathe, and notice what wants to grow through you. That's where leadership begins.